Hello everyone, this is HammerTron here with a new action figure review for you. This time I am reviewing a Halo action figure. This is part of the Halo Infinite series. This is series 1. This is the pilot with Bulldog Shotgun. This is a 4-inch scale line of Halo action figures. This was made by Wicked Cool Toys and distributed by Jazwares. I think sometime in the year 2020 Jazwares bought Wicked Cool Toys. But anyway, this action figure was made and released in 2020. I bought this in the store. Here it is in a nice plastic window package here where we can see the action figure, the accessory, an action figure stand, and some card that has a game code. Now I don't play the video game. It's a Microsoft Xbox video game. So here is the front of the package. Here's the top. There is the bottom with the manufacturing information, 2020, Wicked Cool Toys and Jazwares. And one side of the package, the other side of the package, and here is the back. Now what is very odd is that there is no cross-sell. It doesn't show you how many action figures are part of this Series 1. But there were 6 action figures in Series 1 as individual action figures. So I will open this up and review the action figure itself in just a moment. Here is the pilot, and this action figure comes with a little card here. This is a game add-on, but you need to have an Xbox and an Xbox account for this. Also it comes with this Bulldog Shotgun. So nicely sculpted with a little bit of painting detail on it. So nicer than the old Star Wars and G.I. Joe guns from the late 70s and throughout the 80s and early 90s, but looks nice. Here's an extra little peg that pegs into the back of the action figure. We'll get to that. And here's an action figure stand. It's nicely textured here with a couple of pegs for the peg holes on the heels of the feet. And it looks like if you get several of these, you plug them in together. So looks like a nice little accessory there. And here is the action figure. Let's see how tall this is. About 4 inches tall or 10 centimeters tall. So here's the action figure. Let's look at some of the details there. Looks like a nicely sculpted head. Neutral facial expression. We have a beard and some hair. Looks alright. And then here's the outfit. Nicely sculpted with lots of little details in it, but not a lot of different paint on it, so just a little bit. But that's alright. The sculpting on the arms and the body with the extra details. The legs with pouches attached to the side of the legs here. So lots of little details there. Very nice. There are peg holes on the heels of the feet. And some more detail on the back here. And there's a peg hole in the back. That's for the shotgun. Let's take a look at the articulation here. So we can look up. That's pretty nice. Look down. Turn side to side. And a little bit of head tilting. And the shoulders, we can go out. That side looks a little better. So there's some soft ratcheting in the shoulder joints. Then go down. This is as far down as I can get it to go. So a little bit annoying because the arms stick out a bit too much. They go around. We have single jointed elbows. Those look alright. We can straighten those out. And then there's a swivel at the elbow. So that's good. And the wrist can turn. And no, I don't think there are hinges there. I haven't been able to get it to go, and I'm not going to push very hard. And a little bit of a waist cut there. It doesn't move very much, so I'm not going to push too hard. And then the splits, about that far. Not too bad, but it could be better. We can kick forward, just that much, and kick back just a little bit. Forward that much, and kick back a little bit. We do have upper thigh cuts, so those work nicely. And then we have double jointed knees. Just looks a little odd, but it does work here. And double jointed knees here, however, I cannot get the top joint to move. And I think what might have happened is they used some glue to put this extra pouch here, and some of that glue got stuck in the joint there because it covers the top joint a little bit. So I think that's preventing it from moving. So even a hairdryer is not going to loosen that up. That's too bad. And then ankle joints. There's no boot cuts, so the ankle joints, we can go down. There's some soft ratcheting in these joints, so that's nice. And they go up. And we have ankle pivot. So I'm pretty happy with the amount of articulation in a small action figure like this. It's like the Jazwares 4-inch Fortnite action figures. So that seems to be working pretty nicely. And here is the shotgun. It fits into the hand nicely, but we can't get him to hold it with two hands. Now it's also getting kind of loose. I've been playing around with this just a little bit, and it seems to be getting loose in the hand there, which is too bad. And then here's the peg on the back of the shotgun, and then we just plug it in there. We want to be gentle so we don't break anything, but that'll work. And then the action figure stand. It's a small figure, so we spread out the legs a bit to make it fit. Now I think his left leg, the peg hole works better, so I could just use one peg. So that seems to work. So it looks like a pretty nice action figure. More articulation than the old Star Wars and G.I. Joe action figures from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So, looks pretty nice. Here is the pilot next to a pair of 4-inch action figures. On the right is an adventurer from an Animal Planet set I reviewed a while ago. And on the left is Fortnite Jonesy by Jazwares. So it looks like they go together fairly well. So a nice variety of appearances. And it looks like Jonesy is a bit taller than the pilot. Here is pilot next to some 6-inch action figures. On the right is the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin White Ranger by Hasbro. Then it's Marvel Legends Mr. Fantastic by Hasbro. And on the left is the Fortnite Legendary Series Havoc action figure by Jazwares. Here is the pilot next to a pair of 7-inch action figures. On the right is the Masters of the Universe Masterverse He-Man action figure by Mattel. And on the left is the DC Multiverse Green Lantern Kyle Rayner action figure by McFarlane Toys. The HammerTron sledgehammer rating is just barely okay. The biggest problem is this upper knee joint not working at all, which I think is due to the glue being stuck in there. But beyond that, it seems to be working pretty well. I do like the action figure stand, so I'm able to put this action figure in this pose and keep it in that pose. Otherwise, I would not be able to get it balanced at all. However, only this peg hole in this foot works. The other one does not work very well. I don't want to push too hard on it. So it's a pretty nice action figure. I think it's useful for a halo display, or could be used in other displays or dioramas. It fits in well with other action figure lines because it seems to be generic enough. So the only problem is the knee joint. Otherwise, it's a pretty good action figure. So thank you for watching my review video. Remember to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.